What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Another missed upload yesterday. I apologize for that. I had very limited time to work on videos yesterday, and most of that time went into gameplay and research for this video. A day or two ago, there was a pretty massive update to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, where they nerfed the NV4 and the KBAR-32 and changed up a bunch of other weapons. It was an in-game update. Every YouTuber and his brother is talking about that right now. And so I thought, you know what, I think I can stay away from that for the time being. I will come back to that, probably with a video later today or possibly tomorrow. I'm fairly behind on my Call of Duty Infinite Warfare update videos, and I will have to make a couple double uploads to make up for the content loss on the channel over the last couple weeks. But today we're back on Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, playing some snipers only in Weekend Warfare. Weekend Warfare, if you didn't know, is a special playlist here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Very similar to the featured playlists in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. You know that featured playlist that rolls around every week? We have a new game mode that you can play. This is sort of like that. It's sort of like what the featured playlist was at the beginning of Infinite Warfare, where we only had those game modes for a weekend. So each weekend we have a new special game mode. They are more or less pre-existing game modes with restrictions instead of completely new game modes. So snipers only is a team deathmatch where you can only use sniper rifles. There are restrictions, so you cannot take out your handgun, you cannot use lethals or tacticals, or the Juggernaut perk. Now, the snipers only Weekend Warfare playlist has been hyped for quite some time. It was rumored to be coming ever since Weekend Warfare first arrived in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. People were stressing because there was a game mode called Shotguns and Pistols, where people could use shotguns or their pistols, and people would just spam the deagle at long range and completely destroy people that were actually trying to use the shotguns. People were stressed. They were like, oh my god, the snipers only playlist is going to be so bad if people can use their pistols and their lethal and tactical. But they did do a fairly good job of constructing this playlist, of setting the rules. There are some bugs here and there that will allow you to take out your secondary or use your lethal and tactical. I've actually noticed, for whatever reason, whenever you're on BOG, every second game or so on BOG, you can always take out your handgun and you can use your lethal and tactical. I would just advise that whatever game you start in snipers only, take a look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. If your lethal and tactical have a little white 1 next to them instead of the red 0, then you can use your secondary and you will be able to spam that shit and go off. So just be aware of that, or you might want to leave the game. That's what I've been doing. I've not been staying in those lobbies. I actually had a really good lobby that I wanted to use for gameplay, and then about halfway through the lobby, I noticed that 90% of players in the lobby were just running around with the deagle spraying people. And I was like, well, this sucks because I've been using the sniper the whole time and I'm going off. Now I can't use this gameplay because it looks like trash. So you might want to leave the game. You might want to stay in the game and take out your deagle and spam people and be a dick. But whatever you want, man, I'm not going to judge. But there are some bugs in this game mode. What I'd like to discuss today are the bigger problems. The problems that aren't actually bugs, that are built into the game. Things that they should be fixing in this game mode if they plan to keep it around. Which I do think they will be keeping this game mode around, because Snipers Only is the most popular Weekend Warfare playlist that they've had in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered since Weekend Warfare was a thing. I'm not even making that up. The numbers don't lie, and currently, well, at least on PlayStation 4, 14% of online population is on Snipers Only. That is a huge number. If you want a comparison, the average Weekend Warfare playlist and most playlists in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered have less than 5% player population in them. Team Deathmatch is the most popular at 30% on average. Search and Destroy is the second most popular game mode at 15%, and the third most popular game mode on average is Domination at 10%. But right now, Snipers Only is the third most popular game mode in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. So very, very popular game mode. The thing is, a lot of players are looking at Snipers Only with rose-tinted glasses. I believe that's the phrase I'm looking for, where you can only see the best of things. You can't find the nitpicky problems. I know it's a pessimistic way of going about life, looking for problems, but really, I shouldn't even be using the word nitpicky. These are some very glaring issues with this game mode. You can't judge a book by its cover, and at first glance, Snipers Only is awesome. It's really fun, and I will agree with you there. Don't go hitting the dislike button on me. I do like the game mode. I find it very, very enjoyable. But once you've played a few games and you start to realize the issues, once you've done the research into what works and what doesn't work in this game mode, you may find yourself agreeing with me that this game mode needs some serious work, especially if they plan to make it a mainstay in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. I can see them actually moving this game mode into the standard playlist rotation, or at least bringing it back for multiple weekend warfares because of its popularity, but I expect them to change these things first. So here are 5 major complaints about snipers only in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Number 1, the snipers themselves. So despite this being a snipers only playlist, it's a far cry from the one-shot playlist of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, where everyone was forced to use the quote-unquote quick-scoping sniper rifle, the Moors. In this game mode, you can literally use any sniper rifle in the game. That includes the M21. That includes the Dragunov and the Barrett 50 cal. I think you know where I'm going with this. The amount of times that I've been spammed by some noob or troll sitting in a corner in the back of the map, or sitting in a doorway, aiming down sights with their fully automatic, just mashing the trigger on their sniper rifle, is absolutely disgusting. This should be an area for skilled snipers. The only sniper rifles that should be allowed are the bolt action M40 and R700. I'm on the fence with the Barrett. A lot of players are chivalrous enough to not spam that weapon at you, but the M21 and Dragunov should certainly be banned from snipers only. Number 2, I've got the maps. The maps are very restricted in snipers only, to the point where we only have access to half of the maps. That's Bog, Overgrown, Crash, Block, Ambush, Wetwork, Crossfire, and Countdown. The smallest map in snipers only is Crash. And let's all be honest, Crash kind of blows. So what is with the map choice here? Why don't we have all of the maps available to us? I get that they chose a lot of the longer range maps, and sniping is a long range pastime, but a lot of players want that hectic snipers only feel of playing on Shipment. Shipment is an iconic snipers map because of the 1v1s that have taken place on there over the years. Give us a Shipment 6v6 team deathmatch snipers only. Holy shit, that would be amazing. Showdown, another iconic snipers map, isn't included in the map rotation for this game. Not to mention Pipeline, which is a super huge, really great map for sniping, isn't included. Really strange how they chose the maps for this game mode. I don't know why all 16 aren't available, but we only have access to 8, and that's a big problem. Number 3, kill streaks. Why the hell are there kill streaks in this game? I don't get it. It's snipers only. Only, to me, means only snipers are allowed to get kills. No external ways of getting kills, like airstrikes or helicopters that you can't shoot down. You can't switch to an RPG. You can't switch to an LMG, making helicopters essentially invincible. Because nobody will shoot at those fucking helicopters, and me always being in first place, I hate to brag, but it's true, I'm always in first place, and when I'm in first place, that helicopter comes after me. Helicopters have threat in this game, and they will attack the player on the enemy team that's in first place. I'm sick of getting killed by helicopters in snipers only. Make it snipers only. Like, keep the UAVs. Sure. I have no problem with UAVs. Helps out for finding enemies. Keep UAVs 100%. Airstrikes and helicopters, fuck off. Number 4 is a bit of a stretch. It's less of an issue and more a personal request. But nobody likes getting hit markers, and I feel like most players, when they play a private match snipers only with their friends, be it a 1v1 or what have you, they will reduce the health to match a hardcore health system, so 30% minuscule health, which I think should be implemented into snipers only as well. Only problem is the M21 and Dragunov need to first be removed, as they would be incredibly overpowered at that point. They're already overpowered in this game mode. If they were in here when you had 30% health, there would be no comparison. So first, take out those 2 sniper rifles, reduce the health, get us back to the previously mentioned Advanced Warfare one-shot days, and I think more players will be happy. Number 5, this one's a doozy. I never set out to find out about this one. In fact, when I first saw it in action, I thought I was in a glitched lobby. One of those lobbies that I mentioned earlier where you can randomly pull out your secondary and spam it off. But I was not. I tried switching to my secondary and I couldn't. So I was wondering, how can this enemy player be in Last Stand? Number 5, Martyrdom and Last Stand work in this game mode. Here come the trolls. I apologize. I really am sorry, but I think that a lot of players watching this video will instantly go, ooh, free kills. and put on Last Stand or Martyrdom. These both work in this playlist. It's a terrible, terrible thing that these work in this playlist. You will go down, and whatever secondary you're holding, you can use that in Last Stand. If you're using a deagle, you can spam a deagle in Last Stand after you're sniped in this game mode. You can drop a frag and get a kill with Martyrdom in this game mode. So just be aware of that. I've tried out all of the other perks that give you extra equipment, like the RPGs, the C4, the Claymore. They don't work, but Martyrdom and Last Stand certainly do. So be aware of that. Use that to your advantage. Whatever. I'm not going to judge again, but that's my number 5. So there you have it, 5 major complaints of the Snipers Only Weekend Warfare playlist in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. The snipers, maps, kill streaks, health, and perks. If you guys have any other issues that you found with this game mode, let me know in the comment section down below. Once again, I don't hate this game mode. I'm actually quite glad that there is a Snipers Only playlist in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered at this point. They just really need to work on these issues if they plan on keeping this playlist long term. That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.